Hi, I'm Lila. I'm a Japanese living in Tokyo for 20 years. Your Japan trip awaits. Subscribe for tips and tricks to make it epic. In this video, I'll be going over how to get yourself an IC card. 1. What is IC card? 2. How to get IC card at airports. 3. How to get Pasmo, SUICA in the central Tokyo. 4. How to use SUICA, Pasmo at stores. 5. How to set up Mobile SUICA on iPhone. 6. How to get Kids SUICA and Pasmo. I hope you find this video helpful. To get to all the places you want to see, you'll be riding lots of Japan's world-renowned public transportation. To have SUICA or Pasmo is key to enjoy Tokyo sightseeing by public transportation. The IC card is a prepaid tap-and-go payment card provided by train companies to ride you without buying train tickets each time. In addition to paying for trains, SUICA can be used to buy drinks from vending machines and make purchases at convenience stores. I show how to get an IC card in Tokyo area. For those entering Japan from cities other than Tokyo, like Osaka or Nagoya, don't worry, you can easily purchase an IC card from vending machines at station. In case you have a SUICA or Pasmo card from within the last 10 years, you can still use it. So, if you have one lying around, bring it with you to Japan. In Tokyo area, IC card is known as SUICA or Pasmo. In Japan there are 10 different IC cards, but the function is all the same and you can use one area card to another area without any problem. SUICA, Ikoka, Toika etc. In Tokyo and other major cities, IC cards can be used without any problem. However, not all IC cards can be used on all railroad lines in Japan. For example, they cannot be used in Shikoku, and may not be used on buses in some remote areas. How do you get one? Previously, you could buy SUICA and Pasmo cards from vending machines at train stations. However, due to the semiconductor shortage in 2023, standard SUICA and Pasmo cards are no longer available. According to official announcements, only child and commuter passes are currently being sold as IC cards. If you ask a Japanese person, "Can I buy an IC card?" they'll probably tell you, "Sales have been stopped since summer 2023, because that's the official stance." There were reports that SUICA and Pasmo plan to resume selling IC cards around spring 2024. Now that it's summer, there's still no word on when they'll be available again. It seems they might not restart sales. Because, even though standalone SUICA cards are hard to get, smartphones that are compatible with IC cards are widely used, and there are options like credit cards with SUICA functionality. So officially, they continue to say, "We are not selling them." What's the alternative? Well, in other parts of Japan, you can still buy the normal IC card like the Ikoka in Osaka and Kyoto area or Toika in Nagoya. The IC shortage happens only in Tokyo area. But please check web for other area, since situation might be changing. In Tokyo, the only way to get them is in a commuter pass format. But you're visiting Tokyo and you need one now, of course no need to buy a commuter pass. Let's start by talking about the IC cards you can get when you arrive in Japan, either at Haneda Airport or Narita Airport. There are two types you can choose from, the Welcome SUICA and Pasmo. Previously, there was also the Pasmo Passport, which was quite popular with its Hello Kitty design, but it has been discontinued since June 25th. Before, you could only buy the Welcome SUICA at Haneda Airport, but starting July 20th, you can now purchase the Welcome SUICA from vending machines at both Narita and Haneda airports. You can find them at Narita's Terminal 1 and Terminal 2, as well as Haneda's Terminal 3. Additionally, you can buy the Welcome SUICA in person at the JR East travel service centers located in these three terminals. Depending on which is less crowded, you can choose either the vending machines or the travel service center. With the increase in the price of JR Pass, fewer people are exchanging tickets at travel service center, so they might be less crowded than before. The Welcome SUICA offers the same functions as regular SUICA or Pasmo cards but without the need for a deposit. It is valid for 28 days from the first use, after which it becomes invalid. And any remaining balance cannot be refunded. However, the benefit is that you don't need to worry about getting a refund of the deposit before leaving Japan. From now on, I show you how to get one at Haneda International Airport. It is sold at Haneda Airport Terminal 3, Tokyo Monorail, The vending machines operate from 6:45 a.m. to 23:30 p.m. The Welcome SUICA ticket machine was easy to spot right next to the monorail entrance just after leaving customs and arrivals. From what I could see, there was only 2 machines in the airport, so getting there before the rush is ideal. If you are traveling alone, you have no choice but to line up. If you are with someone else, I recommend that one person stand in line for SIM and Wi-Fi rentals and the other person stand in line here. Here are the steps to get your very own Welcome SUICA by the vending machine. So you come up to the machine and you can select English or Chinese or Korean or Japanese, and in this case, I got an adult card. And I put 1,000 yen on there, but I would recommend putting 5,000 yen or even 10,000 yen on there because you will be able to use the money. After that, you put your money in, and then if you want a receipt, you press the receipt button. After a little while, the card will come out, as well as your receipt and your reference paper. The maximum chargeable amount is 20,000 yen. With the discontinuation of the Pasmo passport, you can now buy a regular Pasmo card at airports. There's a 500 yen deposit required, and you can purchase it at the Klook Travel Service Center at Haneda or the Keisei Travel Service Center at NARITA. The Keisei Tourist Information Counter at Haneda is located right next to the Keisei Line ticket gates. Compared to the long lines at the SUICA vending machines, there's almost no line here. It seems not many people know that you can buy a Pasmo even after the Pasmo passport has been discontinued. On the other hand, the Skyliner Keisei Information Center at NARITA is quite crowded. Since SUICA cards haven't been available at NARITA for a while, everyone seems to be lining up here instead. If you're arriving at Haneda Airport, you can order a Welcome SUICA in advance. Through the Klook website, you can get a Welcome SUICA that includes a Central Tokyo Metro pass worth 1,350 yen, which allows unlimited rides on the monorail to Central Tokyo for $10.35. This special offer is available until December 31, 2024. If you order it, just present your voucher at the Ninja Wi-Fi counter. You can pick it up between 7 a.m. and 11 p.m. I'll provide a link with detailed information on the website. The Welcome SUICA from Klook includes an unlimited JR train pass for Tokyo. It's only available for adults. With this pass, you can take the monorail from Haneda to Central Tokyo. The unlimited Central Tokyo Metro pass is only valid for the first day, so you'll need to top it up to use it from the next day. Alright, now that you've made it out of the airport and into Central Tokyo, let's talk about how to get your hands on a Pasmo or SUICA card. There are 3 ways to do this. The first option is to buy a Pasmo value ticket from a vending machine. The second is to get a SUICA value ticket, also from a vending machine. And the third option is to go to one of the JR East travel centers in Tokyo and buy a SUICA card in person. The standard IC card isn't available for purchase on its own. However, there are alternative ways to get an IC card combined with value tickets. The first 2 options involve using these tricks. Now, let's dive into the details for the Pasmo value ticket. You can purchase this from a subway vending machine. But here's the key thing, not all machines sell it. There are 2 types of vending machines in the metro. You can't buy a value ticket and Pasmo combination from the newer, larger machines with big screens. Instead, look for the older, narrower vending machines. They might be a bit tricky to spot since the labels are in Japanese, but if you see a machine with a character T on it, which stands for commuter pass, you're in the right place. The Metro one-day trip ticket costs 600 yen, while the Toei one-day trip ticket costs 700 yen. If you want to cover both areas, the ticket costs 900 yen. It might get a bit complicated trying to figure out which ticket covers which routes, so I recommend going for the 900 yen ticket to cover both areas. The flow is here. You come up to the machine and you can select your language. Press value ticket button. Press purchase Toei one-day economy pass. With new Pasmo without name. It asks 500 yen deposit, then total amount comes to 1,200 yen. I put 1,200 yen on there. After a little while, the card will come out, as well as your receipt and your reference paper. After the ticket expiration day, you can continue using it as Pasmo. It is rechargeable and you can use it for your next Japan visit. Next up, the SUICA Value Ticket. You can also buy this at any station, but you need to find a vending machine with a black frame around the screen. Other machines will only sell paper value tickets. The Tokyo Metropolitan one-day pass costs 760 yen, plus a 500 yen deposit, making it a 1,260 yen ticket. And good news, you can pay for this with a credit card. If you're tired after a long flight and just want to get to your hotel as quickly as possible, skip the hassle of figuring out the complex train maps at the airport. Just buy the cheapest paper ticket, and when you arrive at your station, you can settle any fare differences at the fare adjustment machine. The next day, go ahead and buy a SUICA or Pasmo with a value ticket to save time. By the way, if you're planning to explore Tokyo, a one-day value ticket on Pasmo is usually more convenient than the SUICA value ticket since the subway system covers the city like a web. I've got some insider info that even the station staff didn't spill the beans on, despite my pestering them with questions. So, get this, if you swing by the Ekitabi concierge counter, that's the JR East Travel Service Center, at Tokyo, Shinagawa, Shibuya, Ikebukuro, Shinjuku, Ueno, you can snag yourself a regular SUICA card. Yep, you heard that right. There's a trick to it. When the attendant asks if you're a visitor to Japan, just flash them a big ol' yes. Sometimes they might even want to peek at your ID, so don't forget to bring along your passport, just in case. They accept only cash. Now, here's the nifty part. While the travel center is open 7 days a week, their actual business hours are a bit more limited, running from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So, if you're planning on swinging by during the hotel checkout rush from 10 o'clock to 11 a.m., brace yourself for a bit of a line. There is no need for anxiety. You can always get a bit creative with your timing and swing by a tad later to skip the queue. Now, here's where it gets interesting. After getting wind of this juicy tidbit, I decided to do some sleuthing at the JR Ticket Center right next to the station travel concierge at Shinagawa Station. And guess what? No SUICA supply. We do not have any information of delivery. They told me. Talk about a plot twist. It seems like this little gem of information is exclusively for our foreign friends, and get this, it's only listed in English on their website. How's that for a twist? Now, things might sound a bit complicated and bizarre, but fear not, my friends. I've whipped up a handy-dandy list for you to download if you find yourself in need. I've even included detailed links for your convenience. What if you have lots of balance when you are leaving Japan? Don't worry. In addition to paying for trains, SUICA can be used to buy drinks from vending machines and make purchases at convenience stores. It can also be used at Don Quixote's Uniqlo. You can also use your SUICA at some duty-free stores at Haneda and NARITA. So you can use up all your remaining balance and pay for any shortfall with your credit card. This way, you don't have to throw away the remaining charge. How to pay at the store? Check whether they accept IC card. At the shop counter, you just tell them SUICA. It means I'll pay with SUICA. If you use self-service counter, press this sign. At the convenience stores, you are able to charge the card by cash at ATM machine or the counter. At 7 to 11, all the machine can be used for charge. At Lawson some of machine have function of SUICA charge. Those machine also tells you the balance. If you're an iPhone user with a model newer than the iPhone 7, your device has an IC chip that allows you to use Mobile SUICA. I highly recommend setting it up. There's a lot of talk about the Mobile SUICA app being tricky to install, so let's go through how to set it up using the Wallet app instead. First, open the Wallet app, choose Japan, and then select a transit card. If you pick Japan, you'll see options like SUICA, Pasmo, and ICOCA. Go ahead and install the one you prefer. If you haven't linked a credit card or bank account yet, make sure to do that. This way, you won't need to carry a lot of cash to top up your card. One thing to keep in mind is that while the money you load onto your Mobile SUICA won't expire, however you won't be able to get a refund either. So, towards the end of your trip, only top up with what you think you'll need. When it comes to topping up your Mobile SUICA, you'll need Wi-Fi or a data connection. But don't worry, just passing through the ticket gates doesn't require data. And even if your phone runs out of battery, as long as you've got a balance on your SUICA. you can still get through the gates. If you're using an Android phone, you might not be able to install Mobile SUICA unless you bought the device in Japan, as most Android phones purchased overseas don't have a necessary IC chip. And now, some information for those of you traveling with children on your family trip. Kids under 6 years old can travel for free with an adult, up to 2 kids per adult. For children aged 6 to 12, they can travel for half the adult fare until March 31st following their 12th birthday. If they have a child SUICA or Pasmo card, the discounted fare will be applied automatically. At the airport, you can purchase both a child and an adult Welcome SUICA from the vending machines. At NARITA, you can also get a kid's Pasmo alongside an adult one at the Casey Travel Service Center, and at Haneda, the same goes for the Kikyu Travel Information Center. Once you're in central Tokyo, the SUICA and Pasmo cards you can buy from vending machines as value tickets do not have child options available. At JR Travel Service Centers in Tokyo, you can only purchase an adult SUICA. For a kid's SUICA, you'll need to go to a JR ticket center and buy it in person. When purchasing in person, you'll need your kid's passport to verify their age. For a kid's Pasmo, you can ask a staff member at any subway station, and they will sell you one. Again, you'll need your child's passport for this. Unlike the Welcome SUICA, both the kid's SUICA and Pasmo cards will have the child's name and birth date recorded, and each child can only receive one card. Once your child turns 12 on March 31st, the card will no longer work as a kid's card, and you'll need to switch to an adult card using a vending machine. It's a quick process and only takes about 10 seconds. And one more thing, Mobile SUICA doesn't support kids' fares. Thanks for watching till the end. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm currently answering all of them. See you in the next video.